everybody to our third vlog, and we're so excited that you joined us. We are talking about the subject of John the disciple, that he was very beloved by Jesus, and I can't wait for you to hear what they have.
So what I got out of it was there's a lot of confusion between John and John the Baptist. So I tried to explain that John the Baptist was the one that lived in Elizabeth's womb, which is Jesus' cousin, and John the disciple was Jesus' disciple.
What I learned is, along with Peter and James, John the disciple was really close to Jesus. He even took him to the mount and transfigured in front of them three, so that's what I thought.
I learned that he was the youngest disciple.
John was being good friend with Judah.
I learned that John was one of the two disciples sent ahead to set up the Last Supper, and in the picture of the Last Supper you can see John sitting next to Jesus.
I learned how James and John were referred to as the sons of thunder, and one of the stories is when they were going with Jesus into a new place and people were not happy with Jesus because of where he was headed, so they did some mean things to him. And because James and John loved him so much, they wanted to rebel and get at him. It was like, hey, can I throw some fire down like Elisha did? And Jesus was like, no, that's not my message. That's not why we're here. And by the end of his ministry and getting to know Jesus more, John was then referred to as the apostle of love. So Jesus changed his heart, even though he had good intentions, to pure intentions.
I learned that we need to be more like James and John, and we need to have faith like them, because they dropped everything the day that Jesus called them from the boat, and they dropped their family, and their father was actually on the boat with them, and they just left. They went to follow Jesus wholeheartedly and would protect him at any cost.
I learned that John wrote the Gospel of John, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, and Revelation.
Thank you all so much for joining us again. I love that John was one of the first people to join Jesus, and he was the last person. He was the only disciples that was at the crucifixion. So I'm so glad you came. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I've enjoyed this study. Next week is going to be Matthew, and we're going to study about Matthew, so I can't wait. But also, I want to remind you all some of the things that we're doing here in our youth group. So we would love for you to join us every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We have so much fun. We're learning different things each week. And also on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. And some of the events that's coming up is we are having a youth night, a special youth night here on Monday, January the 31st at 6 o'clock. The theme is Returning to Our First Love. It's going to be a laid back scene where we just do praise and worship, sit around and sing together and worship God. And also afterwards we're going to have refreshments and a little kind of Valentine's banquet to get to know each other. And another thing our youth group is doing is a Valentine's outreach. We are going to bless some kids in our community with a little Valentine and a gift. If you would love to donate, just let me know, message me on Facebook, and we would love it. We just want to show them kids that they are loved and that God loves them. So I hope you join us next week. We're doing this, you can watch us on Facebook, you can watch us on YouTube, and we're also getting a new TikTok. So thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did.